Maybe she's right. Maybe I need to think about this whole darn thing and settle down.
Permits. What are permits? We were lucky to be working with John because every cop, it turns out, became a cop because they were Dukes of Hazzard fans. In the opening scene where John does his first race, he's roaring down the street in Traveler, and the car, literally, without plan, the door doesn't shut, the lights go out, and he's roaring down the street, and turns a corner, cop right there. And I'm thinking, that's the end of shooting for a while, and like a good camera operator, I grab the camera and I run away, because that's the rule when you're shooting this way, is protect the camera at all costs. And I'm back at our meeting point, and I thought, well, where's John? He calls me up and he says, where are you? And I said, well, I'm here safe with the camera and tape. And he says, well, come on, we're still shooting. I'm going, what, you're not calling me from jail? No, the cop was a fan. Everything we did was dangerous. Again, with the little yellow car, all those shots were shot while John was sitting on the hood and I was sitting on the roof, driving along through the orange grove.
Ready, Michael?
Yeah, where do you want it?
Just right down on the front. Do the look out, and action, guys.
Look out! Ah, jeez!
We're dropping oranges in through the windshield.
Yeah, you got Mike up there.
Uh-huh. Sorry, I'm cool.
Oh.
I love the fact that we tipped the car on its side. All of us are lifting the car up because it's such a small, dinky little car. We lifted it up. We put that little car on its side, tied it up, held it there. We're ready to flip it into the river. We take off the rope, we remove the props, and it stayed there on its side. We actually had to go and push it over, which the car didn't want to go. On the other side of the coin from that little yellow Plymouth Arrow, the best experience I had was the Shelby Series 1. That car is so hot, so fantastic. When I got to drive it around going from different places, and we were located in an area where you know about the area because you've heard about Ferrari crashes. This is an area where Rolls Royces are the family's second car, where everybody drives hot cars. When I was driving around in that Series 1 in this area, I got everybody's attention. That's how hot this car was. And it was a dream to drive. So on one side, we got this little Plymouth Arrow. Cute. But on the other side, man, I tell you, that Shelby Series 1 was the nicest thing I have ever been in. Oh.
That's just like the two hillbilly boys from Harlan. Was it the TV?
There's a lot of prep involved, especially when you're jumping a car. The car had to be rigged specially for jumping. The suspension needed to be changed. It had to have a fuel cell in it rather than a gas tank. There had to be a roll cage in the car. All kinds of things had to be done. That car wound up costing a lot of money. When I was in Bulgaria, Don came out with Michael Barnard, and they shot the reverse 180s in the dirt, and they shot a lot of drive-bys and a lot of things that lead up to the jump without me even there. So it's a wonderful testimony to how we all had the same movie in mind. Because whether I was shooting it or Michael was shooting it, it all wound up looking like it was shot by the same person at the same time.
Reading in the script that the helicopter was going to be roaring down the highway and blowing cards off the table while we are playing cards. In the helicopter chase scenes where I got to hang outside of the helicopter shooting the cars as they were roaring down the dirt roads and down the highways, literally hanging on the outside of the helicopter, holding onto the seatbelt, shooting down from hundreds of feet in the air as the cars were rolling by. Robin, the helicopter pilot, fantastic. He was able to get us into places, follow us doing things, and get us out of places really fast so that we were never in trouble. Not never in danger, just never in trouble. I'd be riding along in that thing, shooting out the window, and he'd just casually say, "Tree," and then over the tree, and we'd go, "Power lines," just to let me know that we were going to go up and down so I wouldn't fall out.